Welcome to 20for4's Race Car Series Review. This is Season 9, Week 2 at Daytona, night racing. Series lineup tonight has got Voodoo in 12th, Pride in 11th, Quentin in 10th, Drive-Bys in 9th, AGM in 8th, Night Stalkers in 7th, Stewie's Head in 6th, Fitzy in 5th, Jay Waite in 4th, Lord Sarvarius in 3rd. God, Sarvarius. Grimm's in 2nd. Grimm's our organizer and series founder, and Serenity and Fire's in 1st. We're riding along with Sarvarius to get it started. What, 3 wide? No, not 3 wide. But wow, nice line, Sarvarius. Real clean through there, and he's out front. Switching to Grimm. We're using the chase camera, and I can move it forward and backwards so I can watch the race, what's going on behind us and the side a lot better sometimes. Oh, and Grimm gets off track, but it doesn't lose a whole lot here. Jay Waite is on the outside of him right there, looking for that 3rd spot, but Grimm holds on to it. Boy, Sarvarius in that Audi jumped out to a nice lead, and he's just taken off at the moment. Let's jump back here with Drive-By and watch him. He's in 6th place at the moment. Night Stalker getting a little out of sorts there, but he held on to it pretty well. Drive-By's in the Audi here. He should roll down these nice long straights. Going by Jay Waite in the other Porsche. Oh, and Jay out breaking Drive-By into the corner and taking back the position. Serenity and Fire and Grimm up there going at it pretty good. Jay Waite and Drive-By here. Night Stalker and the other Porsche. Nice little 5-way battle here. Got the rest of the racers in back just a little bit farther. They all seem to be grouped up pretty good. Right along with Voodoo. Jumping back to Drive-By. Let's see if he can get around Jay Waite. Jay's driving that Porsche pretty good tonight. Drive-By putting the hammer to it. Trying to come around the outside of Grimm and Serenity and Fire. What's going to happen here? He gets by Grimm, and Serenity's driving the heck out of his Beamer, trying to stay in front of him. think the track has an advantage, or is an advantage for the Audi tonight. Let's see what drive-by does with Serenity on Fire here. He's gonna go low, and he gets around him, no problem. With that, Audi's fast. So we got Severius way out front, and Drive-By and Grim and Serenity and Fire and Night Stalker. We're all in a nice group racing together. Oh, Jay Waite's in there too. I see him. I forgot, JJ's doing real well in that Porsche tonight. Serenity and Fire's trying to keep his BMW right there with Grim, to taking advantage of any miscues. And what is that? Night Stalker and Jay Waite in back of them with the two Porsches going at it. Oh, no, we got a Mercedes. We got Pride in the Mercedes. Pride started in 11th, if I remember correctly, and he's making his way through the field in a march toward the front. That Mercedes is pretty fast here too. It's like 550 horse or something like that, and stretches its legs pretty well. Yeah, I see Pride moving up here. He's taking advantage of that long gearing in that Mercedes. Yeah, he's trying to make the move on Serenity and Fire and Night Stalker here for 4th position. And he gets around them both successfully. Takes that 4th. Grim's out in front of him in 3rd. Drive-By is up in front of Grim in 2nd, and Severius is out in front, leading the race from almost, well, since the first corner. Night Stalker and Serenity and Fire are really after that 5th position behind Pride. These guys are going at it. As the field gets spread out, you see a lot more individual battles, small battles between 2 or 3 different cars trying to better their positions, and you see some really good racing going on. These guys are trying to be patient and calculating in their runs to try to get around another person. And it's real nice to see patience and keeping things clean. We'll jump back here with Jay Waite and Quentin. And Quentin just took advantage of that Mercedes top end to get around Jay. But I think Jay's going to have something for him here in this section of turns coming up, as the Porsche advantage is in the handling and braking. Jay's trying to put the pressure on Quentin, but Quentin manages to stay in front of him through that section, and probably going to take off a bit once that Mercedes stretches its legs. And we're back with Night Stalker and Serenity and Fire, who are still battling here. These guys have got a good race going on between themselves. Let's jump back here and ride with Quentin, who's managed to pull himself up a lot closer to Serenity and Fire and Night Stalker, who have been battling pretty hard with each other and allowing the people behind them to close up the gap that there was between them. So let's watch from chase view and see how those two race each other, and if Quentin can do anything with him here himself. He's got the Mercedes, and it's definitely got the speed advantage on both of these cars, on the BMW and the Porsche. But they had a good run coming out of there, so got a little bit of run on Serenity and Fire. Is he going to be able to get around him? Not sure. Oh, and while they were racing, Jay Waite comes up to the back of them. Now he wants that position too. Quentin pushing, oh, and he goes off. Jay takes his position. Maybe Jay can do something with Serenity. Who's that in back of him? Stewie's head? We'll jump up here with the race leader, Lord Severius. And boy, isn't that a clean looking Audi. Not a mark on it. He started in third and jumped out to first after the first turn. He had an optimal path through there and led him right to the front, and he hasn't relinquished it since. But Drive-By, who's also in an Audi, is driving the heck out of that thing to try to make up the difference in space between them that Lord Severius has accrued from the start of the race. Pride is also doing really well in that Mercedes. Unfortunately, we lost two racers. Grimm, who was in third place, connection issues, and AGM Electric, we lost very early. I think it was in the first lap or two, with connection issues too. So 2 racers that always running the top of the field are out of this race, so it leaves others to try to jump up and go for the win. We have got quite a battle going here. We got a 4-way battle, almost 5-way. Stewie's head isn't too far out of the mix, so the 3rd to 8th, or the 4th to 8th spot. Right now we're seeing Quentin in that Mercedes go by Jay Waite once again. Now will he be able to hold it, or Jay had a little problem with that Porsche. You got a little space there. Maybe Quentin can do something with Serenity and Fire. Serenity and Fire got around Night Stalker, and got that 4th position now. Night Stalker isn't wanting to give that up very well. BMW and the Porsche seem to be pretty well matched for this track. Comes Quentin in that Mercedes. That thing's pretty fast in its own right. Oh, and Mercedes got upset, and Quentin had a hard time holding on to it there, and he moved back. And the pit stops are starting, or probably already have started. I haven't noticed, but see those guys went into the pit. So the pits are starting. We'll see how this all shakes out. If anybody can take advantage or be disadvantaged by this. Well, I assume Severius must have pitted because he has people behind him now. And I see that Drive-By must have pitted also because he's got Quentin between him and Lord Severius. So those guys have already made their pits, and Quentin hasn't pitted yet. We'll jump up here with Pride and see how he's doing. He hasn't pitted yet, so he's leading the race right now. But once he cycles through, he'll be back to probably third position or so, I imagine. I'm surprised he's still out there running on them used tires. But apparently he's doing some good laps, and he feels comfortable maintaining his position. Well, with the laps running down, Drive-By needs to really push hard to try to make up some time between him and the race leader, Lord Severius. They're already through with their pits, and they're on the backside of the whole race, so he's going to have to do something here. Wow, that didn't take long. He really made up some time there on that stretch. And he's right there with Lord Severius now, putting some pressure on him for the lead. But catching them and passing them is two different things. And trying to do it cleanly so that you don't take out each other. You can see I'm running through the current running order of the field as I'm watching this battle between Drive-By and Lord Severius for first. The total replay that is savable in Forza is just 25 minutes, and these races are made to go for at least a half an hour, if not 35 minutes. So that means we're not going to see the finish of this race, even with some great action going like this. Who's going to win? Well, we won't know by the replay, but fortunately we have a screenshot of the finishing order so we can see how they did. So as you can see, Lord Severius held on for the win, his first win in the Pro Division. Congratulations. Drive-By finished in second, Pride third, Serenity and Fire took fourth place, J-Wait fifth, Night Stalker finished in sixth, followed by Quentin, Stewie's Head, Voodoo, Fitzy, and then Grim and AGM lost a connection and weren't able to finish the race, so they got DNF points. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next review.